What's going on, Aries? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of October 2023. So in this reading, Aries, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the month. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and so much more for you regarding October 2023, Aries. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me, Aries, as we go through this reading. And I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Aries. So without further ado, I'm now going to pull the energy for you, and we'll see what is coming your way for October 2023 A-bomb. A-bomb. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides for overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Aries. Okay. Thank you. If this is the exact spread, that's going to be lit. Okay. Very interesting energy that you have going on here for you, Aries. Before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards. Now, I have to say, there's a message coming in my head I can't get out of my head. I just keep hearing, this is not over. This is not over. So it's like, if you're having a major ending, I feel like some of you are going to have a major ending with a friend, family member, or lover. For a lot of you, it very well could be a lover here. There's going to be a major, potentially even catastrophic ending that may be good for you to end. I don't know what that means. But there's something about this is not over. So there's something here about there could be an ending that is not permanent in your life. And I just have to say what I get. So that's just what I get to start this off. So let's go into what energy you need more of. This is your oracle cards. And before we get into the tarot, Aries, this is going to be what energy do you need more of? What energy do you need to embody for your own highest good in October? And the first one here you have is patience. And on this card, this is actually the alligator. And if you observe an alligator, they're like in the swamp. They're very patient. They're waiting for the deer to come up to strike, right? So something here about your life is requiring patience. I do feel for many of you, this patience is going to involve a very tricky love situation that there may be an ending, there may be a break. You know, there's something about this is not over. I don't know why I keep being called to say that. So there could be being very patient with a very tricky love situation. For others of you, this is absolutely to do with your career. For many of you, Aries, your challenge for this month to jump around is the Three of Pentacles here. For many of you, there's something that you're learning that you know if you wanted to take action right now, you'd be great. But there's something about being very patient, okay? Being very patient with the knowledge that you're gaining here instead of just jumping into something when you're a little bit not fully prepared for it, okay? That's just another message. Now, this patience card, the alligator, is also using your own reputation to your advantage to avoid a fight. There's a quote coming into my mind that a proper reputation is more fearsome than an army of 10,000 men. Okay, like your reputation can send armies of thousands of men scurrying if you have the proper reputation. And there's something here about being an Aries. I carry this energy. Mars is conjunct my ascendant, but being an Aries sun energy, I have found that people are less likely to start something with me, like even if it's a physical confrontation, an emotional confrontation, an intellectual confrontation, because they know that I'm not the one. They know that there is a little something waiting to pop off in there, right? Like, so there's something about like, in my life, I've used my own, well, now it's like my reputation as the autistic mystic. It's a little bit different, but just in terms of my own who I am. And as you as an Aries, this is coming up for a very big reason. There's something about you using your reputation to avoid conflict, because there's something about someone wants a conflict with you. There is something here about someone as a result of some sort of drama. It could be related to a third-party situation in love I'm getting. It could be related to someone feels that you screwed them over in work. There is someone who wants to come for you this month, and I don't want to say that to scare you. I just sense what I sense. There is someone who wants, I don't want to say anything bad here, but there could be someone who wants to harm you. Okay, I just have to say what I'm getting. I think you're going to be protected, but I do think the way in which Spirit's guiding me to protect you is to use your reputation as an advantage. There's something about someone normally would go after someone, but because you have the threat that, Aries, they could really do something. I don't know if they're the one to mess with. They really could strike. If I strike Aries, they could really strike back, but I don't know. So there's something about using that crocodile mystery that is going to help you avoid a confrontation. Okay, are you listening? In October 2023, there's something about and some of you like confrontation, some of you like to fight, but I'm telling you there's a fight that's quite dangerous. I don't know what that means, but I'm telling you what it is. There's a fight that's dangerous in whatever fashion. It's going to be different for different Aries, and if you can project yourself or your reputation properly, like the crocodile, someone will pass, that's just not worth my time. If we got to attack the autistic mystic, then we got at least 10 guys coming at us. So it's just, okay. So then we have adaptation. And the other energy that you need more of is the octopus. Okay, so the octopus, they can fit through really tight spaces. They are very adaptable, and you're being very called to do something adaptability. And this is definitely to do with some sort of love thing that I keep sensing going on for you, Aries. The thing about an octopus is that it's known to regrow limbs. Like after one of its tentacles are cut off, it can literally grow back. And like the analogy that's coming into my head for that reason is because I feel there's some sort of situation in love that a limb is getting cut off right now. It's been cut off. For some of you, this is something to do with your past. For some of you, it's more immediate. You have to know who you are. But in a love situation, it's like something has been severed. The limb has been cut off. What this means is it's been a very traumatic, damaging situation in love, but you need to have the patience and the adaptation to let that limb regrow. Even if it's not the same limb, even if it's weird, there's something about regrowing a wound in almost like a magical, regeneration process that could be new to your mind. You're not used to it. So there's something about like letting something grow back that was very damaged between you and someone. For some of you, I'm future pacing because for some of you, there's an ending happening. Like the limb is getting severed right now or in October, like in the beginning of October, it's severed. And there's something about this is not over. Whatever that means, I don't know what that means. Does it mean something good? Does it mean something bad? We're going to have to see, but it's not over. Whatever that means, maybe that has to do with the crocodile thing. Ooh. Or it has to do with letting the limb regrow. But yeah, being very patient and being very adaptable in your career, but also just in general is very important for you here. Now, you also have the last card is determination. And this is like a salmon here. So, in some sort of way, you definitely have your back up against a wall, but I feel like that's when Aries is at their best. So no matter what life is throwing at you, cutting off limbs, intimidation, like I don't know what, it does seem a little bit dicey, whatever you have going on this month, Aries, you have to stay determined. Do not let this throw off your vibration here. Stay determined because determination can only exist when there is a challenge. If you walk your way with lollipops and rainbows to the road of success because your daddy is a billionaire, well, you don't really have to be determined. Well, I have to be, no. You need determination right now, Aries, and that's like biting down, just being the ram, bam, Aries ram, bam, determined. Okay, so that's what you need more of. You need patience, adaptation, and determination. So, and then when it comes to your opportunity this month, it is the Tower. And because it's your opportunity here, if something is crumbling, if something is leaving you, I wouldn't cling to it. The Tower is to let a foundation that has been there for quite some time blow up, to go away. And so the Tower here in your opportunity is to definitely let something, sudden moment of realization, sudden endings, and it's very spiritual in nature. So there could be an ending between you and someone that you feel is like a spiritual split because you feel very connected at a soul level. So we'll see why the Tower is your opportunity. I just feel that whole thing about this is not over keeps happening. It keeps coming in my head. So there could be a break between you and someone in love and you're focused on something else during the break. Like, I just get that. Now, we'll see why the Tower is your opportunity, but your challenge is the Three of Pentacles. And on a more practical note, I do feel like when it comes to your career and your work at this time, Aries, I feel like if you were to pull the trigger on some sort of thing, it would go fine. But I really feel like the universe is advising you to focus on the basics and to get the basics down right, because people sleep on the ABCs, the fundamentals, all day long. You can't sleep on the fundamentals, and that's what the universe is saying. I do feel like the universe is giving you an option. You can either take a leap of faith in your career, push something out that it's not really ready yet, or you can do the basics and you'll thank yourself later, but it's challenging. It's boring. There's something about work is becoming boring for you. There's also something about the drudgery, and this is very important. I hope you're paying attention, Aries. There's something here about work for you is feeling drudgerous, not because it is actually drudgerous in its own state. It's because everything is neutral and you're putting a definition about work is hard, work sucks. And to give you a clear example of what I'm talking about, before I started recording any tarot readings, before I started recording it and made it my job and made it my work, I was literally like that kid playing video games 12 hours a day, not losing any energy, except the 12 hours a day not losing energy wasn't video games, it was tarot. But as soon as I started to film, as soon as I started to make money from tarot and it became my obligation to work, I'm a tarot reader, I'm a worker now and I have to work with tarot, I could do 3 readings and I could be exhausted simply because the neutral thing of tarot was then overlaid with the frequency of work and labor, which all of us have negative connotations with because of the definitions in the culturescape. Then it became laborious and very tiresome, and this is something that I continue to work through as of right now to this day. So it's finding a way to redefine your work so that it's not something that makes you lose energy, but it's something that actually gives you energy. And if your work is simply something that you're doing only for a paycheck, then your challenge is clearly to learn about something else that you can eventually find, to make money a different way. Some of you, this reading will simply be that you simply cannot do your work anymore. And you need to have patience, adaptation, and determination to change your career. And if that's you, you're going to know who that is. You're going to know that that's your situation in October. You could be traveling to some distant land and not have a lot of money, but just because you needed a change. So some of you, there is an option to commit career suicide here, but most of you, that's not. Most of you, this reading is about love. It's not about that. For some of you in a career setting, there could be something about people that you're working with trying to keep you down. And then you're going to basically blow it up and you're going to walk out of the job and you're going to be like, this is not over. You thought that I was just, I'm getting the visual of, have you ever seen in Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man movie, when Spider-Man takes the pictures of Spider-Man and he brings it to the newspaper guy, like the head boss of the newspaper, and he's like, yeah, give me those photos, Spider-Man. And he's like, here, like, they're literally like the best photos of Spider-Man. And the guy's like, I'll give you $300. Peter Parker probably should have just walked out of there and been like, you know what, screw the New York Times. I'm going to a different paper station. So there's something here about, like, if you feel mistreated at work and it's not making you any money and it's just drudgerous and you just hate it and it's just matrix BS, then there is something here about you literally quitting on the spot, being a complete Aries D-head and being like, this is not over. And I've done this. I've done this with my whole spiritual career where I knew the potential I had and I burned a lot of bridges. And it is something about that. The fastest way for you to light up your future is to burn a bridge. Wouldn't recommend it. I did it. It worked, but goddamn. This is mostly not about that for you, but it's just giving you something to think about. Okay. Why am I clarifying? We're not there yet. When it comes to your overall general energy here, Aries, you have the Six of Swords, you have the Page of Swords, and you also have the Ace of Swords. So a very intellectual, very mentally stimulating month, I'll tell you that for sure. There's something here about you questioning someone traveling, or you questioning the ending of something. There's something about, once again, a transition, an ending that you actually know the deep truth about. It could be this thing about this is not over, whatever that means between you and someone. There could be you taking a break, you knowing that you need to take a break from someone in love. So rather than force it, you just initiate the break here. Could very well be the case with the opportunity being there. But there's something here that needs to play itself out over time, and you know that. There's some sort of, I'm just getting it's a love situation that needs to take a break. It needs to play itself over time. It's not over, but it's transitioning right now. And I just get that. Now, this could have to do with a third party situation leading to this, because once again, if we just look at numbers, which I should do as an accurate reader, your challenge is the 3. So that could indicate your challenge being of a third-party nature, whatever that has to do with. I feel like it's love for many of you. So remember, patience, adaptation, and determination. Whatever it is, it's adapting. And I do feel like in what you don't see coming, there's definitely an ending. And in what you don't see coming, you have the King of Swords, you have the 4 of Pentacles, and you also have the 10 of Swords when it comes to what you do not see coming. So there's a little bit of things not being spoken. There's someone who's very cold. This could be you. For those of you dealing with the career thing and you just can't take it anymore. This could be you just, going into work one day and being like, screw you, catch me on YouTube one day, like the autistic mystic did. And maybe there's rudimentary elements of karma that I will have to face, but for a big corporation, screw you. But no, actually don't, because I love YouTube. And then sorry. And then this isn't what you don't see coming. So it's a little bit of a cold ending, okay? Someone putting up a boundary, being very closed off, and then coming to an end. And I do feel something's deeper going on, that it's not completely over. I just get that. So whether this is career, like someone, you walk out of a job and then like 5 years later, they like see you on TV and they're like, oh my God, they were right. Or it's like, once again, you come back with someone after a period of time. This could be for some of you, someone that you've been with for a long time that's like, on and off. And for some of you, once again, there is this thing about the whole limb getting cut off and having the patience for it to regenerate. So this may be something from a higher level that you and someone in love need to go through. I don't know, but it just keeps telling me it's not over, like blah, blah, blah. And then, but it's like cold though. So how is it not over? I don't know. And then you have here in your advice, you have the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, and also the 2 of Pentacles here, Aries. So there's definitely something here about you, once again, focusing on your long-term legacy and your long-term vision and knowing that you're going to be very successful. I really feel like, and you also have the 2 of Pentacles here. So this is, once again, it's not over. Something is up in the air for sure. But this is definitely, something needs to come to an end for you to ensure your long-term success. And for a lot of you here, what this is about, the 3 of Pentacles in your challenge here, Aries, this is you being patient, because you literally have the patience determination card. And this is about being patient with your own success. This is not making any subtle moves. Okay, so October is very much an intellectual month of plotting amidst the change, amidst the chaos, staying logical, plotting, definitely staying very logical and practical is what you need. Now, some of you will have an exception if you're being abused and you just need to leave and blow it up. But for most part, you need to be very logical, passionate, and balanced here as amidst the chaos in your life. For some of you as well, there's something about, really using the threat of your ability to counterstrike that makes someone back off. For those of you that are being threatened with physical violence, or for those of you that are being threatened in any sort of way, because I did get that very strongly for some of you. I'm not trying to scare you, but for those of you that are being threatened in any sort of way, there's something about you using the threat that, wow, Aries could really mess me up if I try something with them. The power of your legacy, the power of your success, the power of your reputation. The 6 of Wands is all about your reputation. Using that, throwing it in someone's face like the crocodile waiting to pounce. The threat that makes someone say, you know what, let's go pick on someone else here. Not worth it. So it's like the classic example of like the bully not wanting to pick a fight with the kid who knows she's just going to come swinging. There's something going on there with you, so you do need to protect yourself in that way. Okay, so let's move into the clarification portion of this reading and see what's going on. Is the scum... There we go. Okay, so All right, I'm interested in this. Sorry, I don't know why it's standing out to me. Why is the Six of Swords here, Aries? Because this is definitely some sort of major transition. So let's see why it's here. What is that about? In the beginning of October, too. Something hits you in the beginning of October. So why is this... Yeah, emotional ending. Taking a break with someone in love. I mean, why is the Six of Swords here? Unworkable situation. What I can tell you is someone chooses to move on because something is not workable. For some of you, this is literally going to be you walking into your crappy job and saying, I really don't care if I have to live in my car. I really don't care if I have zero money. Anywhere is better than here. So something is unworkable. You can't change it and you just choose to leave. You know, for some of you, this will be in your career. You feel like you're being screwed over, you feeling like you're being abused, and then you're going to be out on the street. But because you're out on the street, then you have to be like the crocodile so no one attacks you. I remember literally me living in Las Vegas. When I dropped out of college, I put all my stuff into this little rinky-dinky car. I drove it from New York to Las Vegas. I had all my stuff in the car, and all I had was this machete. And I was like, I'm going to be a YouTuber. Better not take my camera, but I didn't have a reputation. So there's just an unworkable situation. This could be someone in love that like just something is not working, so there needs to be a break, and it leads you to really think deeply about it, but then also to know why it's happening. I feel like whatever's coming to an ending, it's actually clear why it's ending. There's not a lot of confusion here in this reading at all. So I don't know, like whatever's coming to an end, like there's a clear, oh, this is why it had to end. I wasn't being treated correctly, or someone leaves you in love, you would leave someone in love. Well, this is why. It's a third party. It's something very obvious. But right now, it's not workable in the beginning of October, so there's a transition, okay? Let's see why the Ace of Swords is here, because there's something that you know. There's something about this situation that's just very clear to you. So, I don't know. Let's just see why the Ace of Swords is here. The Ace of Swords is I want to roll here, aren't I? The Ace of Swords, and here's karma. Okay, the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands here. So once again, there's knowledge that someone needed to move on from a situation that was not emotionally satisfying because it started to feel like a burden. So this could be someone that you're in a love situation with that you choose to take a break from, that you choose to separate from, because it's just like there's a burden. Something is a burden, and it will probably cause one of you or someone to shut down. Not really. There is something about, it's very clear to you, but then it's not spoken, because in what you don't see coming, you have someone shutting down. You have the King of Swords, you have the Four of Pentacles, and you have the Ten of Swords. So it's like, you may know why it has to come to this transition ending point. This is not over, but then someone is just like not saying why, but you really know why. So it's like not out in the open, but then you know. It's just like, do you understand? You follow me? And so let's also clarify why the Tower is your opportunity. Why are you meant to end it? Why is it a benefit for you to end? Because clearly that's what it's telling me. Why is the Tower your opportunity? Yeah. There just may be a bit is like you both have relevant things to do elsewhere right now, and the Tower is clarified by the High Priestess, the World, the King of Swords, and also the Ace of Wands here. So there's just an end of a cycle between you, and whatever this Tower, whatever's coming to an end here, there's an intuitive need to end it, to be logical about it, and to start a new beginning. There could be a new beginning in love that, once again, third party thing that makes someone very upset. Bang, spark, you dealing with someone else is dealing with someone else, and then someone gets very cold about it. And so your opportunity is to not wait for the Tower, but to just say, hey, the Tower's coming, let's just end it right now. If the Tower's coming, then you might as well leave with your honor. I don't know. But then there's also that thing of, someone could want to knock your own Tower down. Like your opportunity is to realize you're in the Tower. Someone, once again, doesn't have good intentions for you. I don't feel like this is your lover. I feel like it could be someone associated with that you, once again, need to be like the alligator and really like move someone away from you with your own reputation rather than anything physical to avoid conflict. I don't know. I honestly feel, Aries, that I've said everything that is relevant for you. I feel like you're gonna have a great month full of changes, but honestly, if you can be patient, full of I was trying to have a slick ending. That just went awful. Oh my God. Listen, what you need more of is patience, adaptation, and determination, because something is clearly coming to an end. It's your opportunity. It's in what you don't see coming. And you need to go through this with dignity. Keep your head up, Aries, because you got this. Like, be very confident. You want to be confident this month. You don't want to let someone think you're weak. Like, even if you don't feel strong, peacock. It's like the bird that doesn't get attacked is the bird that like makes others think it's more of a threat than it really is. So I don't know what that's about, but clearly, hey, this is your advice, Aries. So with that being said, I'll talk to you next time.